2008 or 2009, somebody came to me and said, hey, we want you to go jump in this cold pool of water to help raise awareness for some organization. I was like, sure, I don't got anything better to do that day. And so I had no clue what I was doing. Go out there wearing just like a polo and pants and jump in the water, freeze my butt off. And they're like, yay, it was for Special Olympics. That's awesome. And I was like, what? That's cool. A year or two later, I got invited to the Winter Games because they have them on campus every year. Basically said, this is your first time here, you're carrying the torch in. And I was like, what? In my uniform, they led me in, and I'm holding the torch out in front of everybody, and we get to hear the athlete's oath, and then they walk off, and then all of a sudden it becomes this major dance party. And I see all these athletes just smiling ear to ear. I was hooked from then on. I just knew that any day I was down, that when I'm around these athletes, you can't help but smile. 2009, I met my wife. We got married in 2011, in March 2011. We had our daughter, Maven, had her 2013. And when she turned 4, she was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. Crazy enough, my wife had already been involved with Special Olympics in her capacity as Oklahoma County deputy and the triad coordinator. And they were doing polar plunges when I met her. So we just were doing our thing. We'd always hang out and go to these events. And so whenever we had our daughter, she was going even as a little toddler, had no clue she had any disabilities at the time. And whenever she got the diagnosis, it was a crushing day. But because we didn't know all these hopes and dreams that we had for our daughter, we didn't know, like I was always wondering, is she gonna get married? Is she gonna have kids? Is she gonna move out and get to be on her own? It's a huge emotional, like, not necessarily stressor or burden, but it's just all the things that go through your head of the what ifs and what could be's happen whenever you receive that diagnosis, whether it's at birth or the day that it happens. So that changed our life, and as soon as we could, we got her into Special Olympics. She really enjoyed it. She started out doing the 50-meter run and the standing long jump. She'd practice and she would jump really far, and then we'd go out to the competition and she'd jump 6 inches. And hopefully one day my daughter will get to participate in international games, whether it's in the U.S. or overseas. It's a worldwide movement. Like they say, the inclusion revolution.